To search for new colonies, humans sent hundreds of babies to 15 planets. If the babies survived, it meant the planet was suitable for settlement. 10 years later, Jack and his colleague arrived at the first planet to check the results. The planet was strange, mostly desert with only a few scattered oases. Each oasis had just one enormous tree. They landed beside one of the giant trees and found a hole in its trunk, with a bucket catching the sap that dripped out. That made them happy. It meant the children had survived. Then they noticed a door built into the trunk. They knocked, and when the door opened, both of them froze. The being that stepped out no longer looked human. Jack's colleague reached out to show goodwill, but the creature lashed out with sharp claws. At the same time, more creatures poured out of the tree. Jack and his colleague had no choice but to run back to the ship and take off. It turned out the children here had evolved to survive. Their chests had grown enormous to breathe in the thin air. Their hands had grown claws for hunting and for splitting the hard tree trunks. Though they had survived, to Jack and his colleague, they looked more like beasts than humans. Not wanting humanity's future to look like this, they set course for the next planet. On the following planets, they saw different kinds of evolution. Some humans had grown long, thin legs to walk easily through swamps. Some had wings that let them glide through mountain ranges. In dark environments, some had lost their sight entirely, but developed razor-sharp hearing. Some had even become parasites living inside the bodies of animals. But none of these forms were what Jack and his colleague were looking for. Finally, they reached the 15th planet. As soon as the ship landed, humans came forward to greet them. They looked just like ordinary humans and were very friendly. Jack asked them why they had evolved to look exactly like humans. They answered, they had learned to mimic the appearance of their enemies and strike them when they least expected it.